I've realized a few things. One, I think it's because of the Decadence Revolt. Whatever the cause was, I am now the head of my dynasty, and I can actually tell this guy to straighten up. And it just happens automatically. He doesn't need to consider. And this is just he has already been negotiated with. The other thing is that I've looked into it a little bit, and I think I should have been focusing on diplomacy for the first part of this game instead of intrigue, because it looks like diplomacy is what determines the success rate of most events when it comes to secret religions. I'm not a member of a secret religion now. I need to reconvert and rejoin. I need 250 piety. But, also, next time I do join a society, I'm going to be a little bit more... I'm going to try to be a little bit careful about not being, becoming too suspicious. I'll try to use the powers less often than I have, or did as the first character, so... meanwhile, meanwhile I will... move the game forward, and my cousin Salih ibn al-Fadil understands that he's living a life of haram and has assured me that he is committed to changing his ways. Good. House Ali Abbasid must stay pure. Alright. We're at 98% decadence. He's trying to kill me. His opinion of me is 71. Okay. He's a lunatic. I don't know. Invite to plot. They want to kill the Empress of the Darvarid Empire, I guess is the guy I'm under now. But, I don't know, he might not be the Emperor for long, because there are currently a couple revolts for the Empire title. Right? Al-Hadi of Abbasid revolts war for Arabian Empire. Okay? And the Abbasid revolt for Prince Jafar's claim on the Arabian Empire. Rise of the Shia. The schism at the heart of Islam dates back to its earliest days. The majority Sunnis have long persecuted the followers of Ali, the Shias, forcing them into hiding. The partisans of Ali look to his descendants for leadership, but they are forced to keep their ancestry secret. Now, though, the Shias are mobilizing their strength behind a boy whom they claim to be Ali's rightful heir and imam. Other Islamic jurists claim that the boy is clearly a fraud, but to his followers he is the person they have been waiting for, and now they flock to his banner. Okay? And I think it said they rose in Africa, in the Kingdom of Africa. Yes. And he has 2,000 troops. This guy, the pretender Shia Caliph, has 5,000. So, not sure how I feel about that. If there is a pretender Caliph, can we eventually claim the actual caliphate? Not entirely sure on that one. And apparently I have strong claims on a lot of stuff. I have no idea why. I can shut my gates. I need to educate my brother. We'll go with a martial education. He'll probably do well there. We're losing sieges. Emir Yusuf the Bold has formed an alliance with Satrap Sharam of the Barmakid satrapy. I thought I was trying to kill him at one point. I don't think it'll work because, he seems to... Or in hiding seems to not ever fire, so... Where exactly is he? He's the heir to the satrapy of Tabaristan. Hiding somewhere in Tabaristan. Okay. So I'm going to send my spy master. So it's not that high of a plot power increase, but it's a little bit. And I don't know, maybe he'll be able to find the guy. Your Cordamon Majid reports that Sheikh Alpha, generosity, right? I'm still giving to charity. Who owns Damascus now? It is the Sheikh of Damascus and the Emir of Nefud. Nefud. Yes. How strong is he? He's got really low troop count right now. After these revolt wars are over, I'm going to consider trying to take something from him. Lost the siege of Petra. We're not actually fighting in these wars, so... My daughter needs... Or my sister, not my daughter. We'll give her a learning education. My lord, it seems Emir Abdal Malik of Tabaristan has brought his son, Abdar Rahman, out of hiding, no longer is fearful of murder plots against him. Is he trying to get him killed, maybe? Let's send gifts to people, see if we can encourage them to join the plot. If we succeed and they know it's us, then we're Kinslayer, which is gonna suck, but my half-brother can possibly become brave or dull. He became brave. That's good, I guess. We need a new marshal. Actually, he would be a good... the Sheikh of Beersheb would be a good spy master. So we will make him one, and he is still at court there, right? Yes. More events from giving charity. My co-conspirator, Kamala, has hired someone to saw through the supports of the railing on a balcony Abdar Rahman is known to frequent. Someone may soon take a bit of a tumble. Please tell me he's not paranoid. No, he's deceitful and craven, and probably hated by some people. We can send a gift to this sheik so that he'll stay out of that, or get out of that faction, hopefully. Success. I want to say Abdar al-Rahman, but it's Abdar Rahman. Fell to the ground like a piece of rotten fruit when the balcony railing gave way. A tragic accident, as far as anyone is concerned. Is that our first? That's not our first successful assassination attempt, is it? No, we've killed people in the past, but the point is that this is the first time I've actually used it in the way that I want to, or one of the ways I want to use assassination in this campaign. In a major way is decadent dynasty members. Considering as Shia, we will not be able to take... I don't know why I didn't do this earlier. We will not be able to embrace the school of Islam, Sunni Islam. And we'll take the Ashari school because that gives us instant piety, I think. It does, and that allows us to basically do the opposite and start worshiping, or start worshipping as a Shia secretly. The Ashari school of theology holds that the Quran is eternal and exact, that full comprehension of Allah is beyond human understanding, and that moral truths can only be taught by means of revelation. Clergy of your realm, heaven break. Okay. And I do have a Shia wife, if I'm not mistaken. Right, I do. And some people may have noticed that I married 2 women in the same dynasty, the Hashemids, and there's actually a reason for that other than them being Shia. And my children are actually the first goal I'll say I've completed in this game, because one of the goals that I've been keeping secret was to marry into the line of a certain person, parent, and grandparent. The Hashemids are directly descended from Muhammad's daughter, and that is what I kind of wanted to achieve by marrying 2 Hashemids, is to marry into and perpetuate the line of Muhammad. Just in case the Hashemids were unlanded or something like that happened. The Imam has everyone's full attention except mine. My thoughts are elsewhere as I try to ignore his sacrilegious words echoing through the mosque. Suddenly, my concentration is shattered when the stranger next to me grabs my hand and draws something in my palm with their index finger. The holy symbol of Allah. I must follow them once prayer is over. Could be a trap. I cannot risk it. Apparently, we don't need to join. Sure. I follow the stranger as she departs from the crowd and ventures into a deserted alleyway. As I round the corner, I find her waiting. Allah's blessings, Ali. She greets me. My name is Shahzada Sulamid. Are you ready to fight for the true faith? I have been waiting for this day. Ensure her that I want to join the secret Shia society. A smile spreads across her face, across her thin face. Excellent. Then I am honored to welcome you to the party of Ali. Together we work to bring about the liberation of the true believers and a new era of Allah's glory. Now we'll see how much they have spread, if at all. Party of Ali Faithful. Our herald is in prison. We have another guy in prison. And we've got 2 emirs, it looks like. 3 emirs, including myself. The Empress. The Empress is she's a Myphiz. Earlier, didn't I see that she was... Oh no, this one was... Wait. Okay, that one's a Zoroastrian heresy. That one is a Miaphysite. Secretly Sunni. Or secretly Shia. Okay. I hope she lives a long time. Anyway, that's good, I guess. We have 0 devotion. We'll gain some every month from diplomacy and being humble. Are there any traits that I can get that would be good for... I can give to charity. Sure. Give Sadaqah for my sins. Sunni Caliph Hassan has heard of me giving Sadaqah and sends his blessings. I am deeply honored. Gain piety. I mean, I was hoping I would have something more than that, but I'll also observe Ramadan. The holy month of Ramadan is upon us, and all faithful Muslims, save the infirm and those on a journey, must observe the fast during daylight hours. Let the fast commence. The Prophet, may Allah honor him and grant him peace, teaches the importance of charity and good deeds, especially during the holy month of Ramadan. There are many poor and Khuzestan, who could be helped if you parted with some of your treasury. Yes, make it so. We lose some decadence. We do need to drive down our decadence. We're still at 97, but yes, make it so. Distribute to the poor. I think because we're not the top liege of the realm, we can't. Because we're not the top liege, we can't actually get a decadence revolt. At least I've never seen one for a lower, an underling, a vassal, I guess, is what I should have said. Right, we're still in Ramadan. Now is the time for prayers and devoted reading of the Quran. After the sun has set, you could recite the Quran through Taraweeh prayers. Yes, I will thus draw nearer to Allah. Sure. Many in Khuzestan have donated generously to provide for the poor during the holy month of Ramadan. The gold has been gathered in an urn, but when you approach it to donate your own share, your greedy nature results in your coin purse gaining weight instead of losing it. No one will miss a few coins. I gain decadence and lose piety, but not money, even though that's why I thought I was losing that, or yeah, whatever. The end of Ramadan approaches, and that means the holiday of Eid al-Fitr is upon us. The preparations for the planned feast to celebrate this have already been made, and now the time has come to invite your vassals to your palace. What say you, master? Send out the invitations. It cost me a little bit of money. The great banquet you ordered, held to celebrate Eid al-Fitr and the end of Ramadan, was a rousing success. The food was exceptional, the entertainment magnificent, and a great time was had by all. Your guests seemed suitably impressed by your wealth and generosity. We can't actually hold a regular feast as a Muslim, so I don't think we can get the just trait from the event that happens with feasts. To celebrate Eid al-Fitr, perhaps you should present your gifts to your beloved wives. Yes, but only for Parween, my first wife. I'm gonna be broke by the end of all of this. You know what? Let's make them all happy. Why not? Your fast and observance of the holy month of Ramadan has ended until next year. My wife Fagira is pregnant. And I tell this guy to straighten up. My decadent kinsman, Prince Jafar of the Abbasid Empire, refuses to change his sinful ways. I can declare him a kafir, which will give me a reason to imprison the degenerate, unless there is another way to get through to him. Time to get unconventional. Invoke Takfir against him. I don't think I can directly imprison him, because he's outside of my realm. But, yeah, time to get unconventional. My half-brother, I can make him something, but I'd rather not have him be an ambitious rival. I don't want to become stressed, and I don't care if he's patient or not. And I don't want to lose other stuff as well. Is this? Some random courtier saying thing. The little nightmare I staged seems to have worked on my decadent kinsman, Prince Jafar, who is scared witless and has promised to renounce his shameful hedonism. Good, House Ali Abbasid must stay pure. I can't invite him to court. Your decadent ways and lack of devotion to Allah, glorified and exalted be He, can no longer be tolerated. After consulting with my master, Caliph Hassan, I have reached the conclusion that a fatwa must be issued against you. May you return to the path of righteousness before it is too late. Revive. This is an outrage. Okay. I don't know what that does. My marshal tells me that one of my commanders, Majid, has improved significantly. Okay. I'm trying to reduce my decadence, so I hope they understand that. After I groom an heir, hopefully maybe I should take the lower decadence mission. My marshal has discovered a man of great military talent called Jabir, who is willing to serve in my ranks. He's pretty good. One of my Shia fellows, Shagofa, has expressed worry that the stress of keeping my true faith hidden is getting to me. She is suggesting that an incognito evening at a local tavern would do me good, away from the prying eyes of the court. That sounds like exactly what I need? Or is she joking? I have so much to do. I mean, sure, but again, we're Muslim, and I don't think we're supposed to be drinking. As a secret practitioner of our religion, it is sometimes easy to neglect your true self. For your sake, as well as the party of Ali, that we ask that you conduct a secret ceremony in honor of Allah. I will accept. We will not become a commander. That's a bad idea. And I am forbidden from leading troops, so. Right-click on my portrait. Prepare secret ceremony. As a secret worshipper of Allah, you may prepare a small ceremony to honor your true religion. Aghlab has offered to support me in my secret ceremony for a fellow Shia, he writes. While I consider my response, I place the letter onto the hearth. As the flames crumple the paper, I rest my hand on the pocket where I keep my hidden crescent symbol, safe and away from prying eyes. I will see to the preparations. I appreciate the gesture. Harold Shagofa was entirely right that I needed to get away from court, but there is no denying that we got carried away at the tavern when our Shia leanings became a bit too clear. A local rough suddenly rose from his seat and staggered with his fists raised towards Shagofa. You'll pay for your heretical words. Your misunderstanding, let me explain. Attempt to resolve the situation diplomatically. A threat, I'll add injury to those insults. I don't want to die, but I am better at martial, I think, than I am at diplomacy. Go for it. Some kind of divine fury must have driven the brawler, for he turned out to be an unstoppable beast. Even as we tried to restrain him simultaneously, he merely shrugged us off and let his fists fly. Soon others joined in the fight on both sides, and we crawled our way to safety. As we made our way out, we could still hear praise for Allah shouted over the sound of cracking wood and shattering. Allah can prove strength by healing my wounds instead. Gain wounded, Shogofa is wounded. How was she doing this from being in prison? I don't know. You'd think that would be a basic check. I get bruised knuckles as well. But you'd think that should be a basic check for if is imprisoned, event eligible? No. A daughter was born to Emir Ali of Damascus, and Emir Fagura was that's the other Hashemite girl. And we will name her after her mother, I guess. Sure. Aghlab lights the candles, and I speak the words of prayer to Allah. I close my eyes as we join hands and bow our heads before the holy symbols. The ones I usually keep hidden behind heavy curtains. I have one in my pocket and hidden behind heavy curtains. Okay? Not going to look suspicious at all. For a moment, all I can hear is the sound of my own breathing, and I feel safe. One day we'll be free, Aghlab says. We complete the ceremony, both you and Aghlab feeling better. We become close friends, and I gain 200 devotion and complete the mission. We have decadent relatives again, and I can't actually tell him to straighten up. Because he's already negotiated. And, of course, we're not going to be able to get much plot power. Maybe we can. I don't know. We'll try. We'll try to kill him. I think Disaster, fellow member of the party of Ali, Zayd ibn Yahya, has been caught by Kordamam Yusuf and his Ghazis. They spared no time before they burned him at the stake. Curses. I wish Decadent would give a negative modifier for Muslims. That way I don't know. According to Grand Vizier Musa, the peasants of Azarka have started a delightful tradition where the peasantry from several villages meet up and dance, feast, and pair up for future marriage. By promoting this tradition, Musa believes that the county will develop a strong local culture that will attract more peasants. A peculiar tradition, but we get local tax modifier bonus until 804. That's only 2 years. I don't know. We'll do it, I guess. It's in Azarka. That's fine. Your Kordamam Majid reports, okay, more charity being done. We need 750 devotion to rank up. Well, hopefully she'll provide us with another mission. But until then, it's going to be slow goings because I think I need to be an adherent before I can induct people into the faith. Still have three members of three rulers who are parties of the who are members of the party of Ali. So I don't know, it's something.